Hello everybody, welcome. I thought I'd put together a brief little class over this holiday period. You might not have access to the studio. This is going to be a very gentle flow, 20 to 30 minutes. Just get you moving. Probably most of us sat down through Christmas most of the day. Yesterday I know I did. So yeah, just come in and we'll get moving and hopefully feel a little bit looser, a little better after this one. Let's start today in child pose, everybody. You go knees wide or knees together. I'm going to go knees wide. Bring the forehead down, reach the arms out in front. And just take a couple of breaths right there. And slower, deeper breaths to begin. Your next inhale, lean forward, arch the back, pull the chest forward. And then come back to child pose. And let's do that a couple of times on your own with the breath. And one more time. From there, come to tabletop. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. And we do cat-cow, but we do it very slowly through the segments of the spine. So start in an arch position, pull your chest forward with the fingers, the hands, and tip your bum up towards the sky. And we'll start the movement of the pelvis, so start to round through your back. And think about your back getting rounded piece by piece by piece, with the neck being the last thing. Tuck your chin to your chest. And then go the opposite way, starting with the tail. So lifting your tailbone up towards the sky. And slowly coming into an arch position all the way through. Pull the chest forward, neck last to lift up. Do one more in this direction. We'll start with the tailbone. Tuck the tailbone. Slowly rounding through the spine. Press the ground away with the hands. And one final time, lift that tail up. Rolling through the spine. Nice. Now we'll go the opposite way. So we'll start with the chin. So tuck the chin in towards the chest. Press the ground away. Start to round through the upper back, the mid back, the lower back. And then go the opposite way. So start with the chin. Go the neck pulls forward. Upper back arches. And the lower back, stick the bum up towards the sky. One final time, tuck the chin, press the ground away, rounding down through the spine. And one final time, the neck first, and moving through to the tail. Nice. From there, inhale, sweep the right arm up towards the sky, and come back down. Two more times, inhale, reach up. Exhale. One more time. This time as you come down, thread the needle to the left. So the right forearm comes under the left and come down onto the right ear. From here, the right forearm and hand pressing down gently to the ground. Stay right there if that's enough. Or reach the left arm up to the sky. Then that left hand can either come to the low back, maybe you can walk it all the way in, creep it to the inside of that right thigh. Continue pressing the right forearm down, gently opening the left shoulder up towards the sky here as well. And breathing. One more breath. From there, plant left hand down, sweep the right arm back up to the sky. And come back to tabletop. Same thing, second side. Inhale, left arm lifts. Exhale to touch. Inhale. Exhale. One final time. And then thread the needle to the right. So left forearm under the right, down to the left ear. Gently pressing left, back of the left forearm, left hand to the ground. And staying there if you feel pretty good there. Need a little more. Right arm reaches up. And either looking for the low back or maybe creeping in to the inside of the left thigh this time. And that right shoulder opening a little more towards the sky. Slower breaths. And from there, right hand plants down. Inhale, left arm reaches back up. Then come back to tabletop. From here, plant the hands, curl the toes. Come to a bent knee, downward facing dog. Lift the hips nice and high towards the sky. Fingers a little grip into the ground and the hands pressing the mat down and forward away from you. Shoulders towards the ears. Just pausing here, take a breath or two. Nice. On your next inhale, bend the knees, look forward, and just walk to the front of the mat. From there, come into a forward fold, nice bent knees, just grab opposite elbows and move a little side to side. All right, release, hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Again, 2 more like that, halfway. Exhale. Final time. Exhale to the ground. Stand all the way up, breathe in, reach to the sky. And then some hands to prayer. Take the feet a little bit wider, inhale, reach up. And sit down into a squat. For some of you, the feet will be a bit wider. Some of you, the toes may be slightly turned out here as well. Just nice and proud. We'll just hold here a couple of breaths. If this is at all uncomfortable, you can place something underneath you, maybe a block, something similar. Take one more breath in. Hands down, forward fold. Halfway lift. Then left foot back, bring the back knee down to the ground. Inhale, sweep the arms up. As you exhale, bring the hands down, start to straighten through the front leg. Either staying there in that stretch or moving through Anjaneyasana to half Hanuman, straightening through that front leg. One more if you're moving. From there, plant the hands down, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, high plank. Knees down if you need, or chaturanga, all the way down to the ground. From here, we'll take a mild locust pose. You can even keep the fingertips down on the ground, lift the chest up, maybe all the way up. Hands down, downward facing dog. Left leg to the sky. Step forward, back knee to the ground. Inhale, sweep up, press the back foot into the ground. Hands down, step forward, forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale all the way up and reach to the ring fingers. And again, Malasana, sit down into the squat. Just one breath in this time. Exhale to fold. Halfway. And then right foot back, back knee down. Inhale, reach up. Hands down, straighten through that front leg. Inhale, lifting, reaching. Exhale. One more time. Inhale, reaching up. Down dog. High plank. Chaturanga to the ground. Again, we'll take a version of a locust, just nice and gentle, 20-30%. Release. Downward facing dog. Right leg to the sky. Anjaneyasana, step forward, back knee down. Reach up. Step forward. Inhale halfway, lengthen spine. Exhale to fold. Inhale, stand up, reach up. Then hands to prayer. Pause here for an inhale. And pause for an exhale. Inhale, reach up, press down through the feet. And again through Savassana. Hold here, take a breath. And hands out in front, sit down into a full boat pose. We won't keep you here long. Take a breath in. Lower into low boat. One more breath right here. Come back up through full boat and make your way through downward facing dog. Down dog, a breath in. Bend the knees, walk to the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Let's step left foot back, low lunge this time. So we'll keep the back knee lifted off the ground. Take a breath in, pull the chest forward. And any amount, start to straighten through that front leg. In the same options here, either staying in the stretch or coming back through that low lunge and back to that straightened leg a few times. One more time. And then downward facing dog. High plank, inhale. Chaturanga to the ground. This time we'll take bow pose, but again, like we did in locust, very gentle version of bow. So just lift up just a little bit. While here, breathing and release. Hands in, downward facing dog. From there, we'll go left leg to the sky. Step forward, low lunge. Left arm reaches up to the sky, little twist. Hands down, step forward. Inhale halfway. Exhale as you fold. Stand up, reach up, inhale. Savassana, exhale. One more breath in. Exhale to fold. Halfway. Then step right foot back, low lunge. Inhale, press the chest, pull the chest forward, straighten through the back leg. And then start to straighten through that front leg. Again, staying there, maybe moving a few times through low lunge, to that straightened leg. Now, 2 more times. 1 more. Nice, downward facing dog. High plank, inhale. Chaturanga to the ground. Again, we'll take that same bow pose in very gentle, very mild, 20-30% intensity. 1 more breath here. And release. Downward facing dog. From there, right leg to the sky. Step forward, low lunge. From there, press the left hand down, reach the right arm to the sky. And hand down, step forward, forward fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale, reach all the way up. And then bring hands to prayer. Reach to the sky, inhale. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Step or hop, chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. And then downward facing dog. Pausing down dog, take a couple of breaths. On your next breath in, left leg to the sky. Bend the knee, just open up the hip a little bit here. Drawing the right heel towards the ground. Maybe looking underneath that left armpit a little bit. And start to straighten that leg. Then step forward into a lizard lunge. It's been hot in here. Left foot nice and wide on the mat here. Got my heel on the mat, my toes slightly off the mat. My right leg reaching back. I'm pressing that right foot into the ground. From there, the fingers walk a little bit forward. And if you're kind of rounded here in your lizard lunge, place your hands on something, whether it's blocks or books, something to get you a little bit closer to the ground with those hands. With those fingertips, press them down, pull the chest forward. You should feel some length, hopefully, on the front of that right hip. With this front leg here, a couple of options. You can squeeze it in. You can let it fall a little out to the side. Maybe get a little bit of stretch in the inner thighs. Just breathing. Right, from here, walk your torso over to the right corner of your mat. Keep the legs as they are. You're just staying on the right hand, maybe coming down into the right forearm. Those left fingertips, creep them away from you. And I'm up on the fingertips here. I'm pressing them down into the ground. I'm gently dragging them back towards me. Should hopefully feel a bit of stretch through the lats, through the left side of the body. From there, come back through center, plant the right hand, bend the back knee, reach and grab for the back foot. This one, I'm looking for the pinky side edge of the foot rather than here. Here, the shoulder nice and open. From here, gently pull that foot in towards you and kick the foot back into the hand. And slower breaths. Some of you might be comfortable, come down onto the right forearm here. I'm more comfortable up on the hand. Take one more breath. And release, hands down. Downward facing dog. Nice, from there, let's go right leg to the sky. And bend the knee, open up that hip. Drawing that left heel down towards the ground. Still hands pressing down and away. Straighten that leg. Step forward, lizard lunge. Now right foot's nice and wide on the mat. The same options here with the right leg falling in, maybe hugging in, falling out, maybe hugging in. Fingertips press down, pull the chest forward. Left foot rooting into the ground. Conscious, slower breaths. Nice. From there, walk that torso over to the left corner of the mat this time. The same options, hand, forearm, that left side, and creep those right fingertips away from you. Finding some length through the right side of the body. Those fingertips, I'm again up on the fingertips and gently dragging them back. Back through center, left hand plants, bend the back knee, right hand, reach and grab. Okay, release that. And take a child pose. Shift the hips back and down. Reach the arms away. Okay. From there, come up, sit up. Come and sit on your bum. Take the legs nice and wide. You're setting up for a wide-legged fold, which we'll come to in a moment. So this first one, 3 options. First option, right hand outside the right thigh. Left arm reaching up and over. Second option, right elbow to the inside of that thigh. Press it in, turn the torso to the left. Left arm reaches up and over. Third option here, we'll be reaching with the right hand for the right heel and maybe reaching for the toes. I'm good right here. Toes are active, flexing towards the shins. I'm gently pressing the heels down into the ground, keep the hamstrings a little bit alive. Let's come back up. From here, turn your torso towards that right leg. Then left hand, reach and grab for the outside of that leg. So maybe you're here just on the shin, maybe a bit lower down towards the ankle. Maybe you can grab the heel. Opposite hand, grabs for the opposite side. Lengthen chest forward towards that foot. And then soften and fold down here. And those legs are still active, quads are engaged. Flexing those toes towards the shin. Breathing. Nice, come back up. For a moment, sit up nice and tall. And same thing, second side. The same options here, left hand outside, right arm reaches, left elbow to the inner thigh, reaching, maybe reaching grab for that heel. Again, there's a fairly mild sort of sequence today, so I'm not trying to go to our end ranges. Just take it easy. 60 or so% is great. Nice, lifting back up and turning towards the left. This time the right hand, or reach and grab for the outside of that foot or shin, somewhere on that leg. Cross over with the other hand. Raise the chest forward and soften down. If you can't grab for that foot, it's all good. You might be just here. And that's great. Just wherever you feel the stretch best in your body. All right, lifting back up. From here, inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. And exhale, bring your hands to prayer. From here, if you've got enough sensation, there's inner thighs right there with the hands maybe behind you, stay right there. Maybe you can bring the hands down to the ground in front of you, reaching the chest out in front. As you feel that stretch, allow yourself just a little bit, sort of a child pose amount of folding forward. Some of you might come down to the forearms. Just another couple moments here. All right, coming back through center. This time we'll take a couple options. Either Gomukhasana with the left knee stacked on top of the right. If that doesn't work in your body, cross legs with the left shin in front of the right shin. So I'm going to take Gomukhasana, left knee on top. From here, I'm going to reach my left arm, a big step over to the left. Right arm reaches up and over, this little side bend. Let's come back through center. From here, we'll take the twist. So we'll go right forearm across the left thigh. Left hand walks behind you to sit you up nice and tall. And then from the chest, from the torso, twisting towards the left. I have to keep reminding myself not to do my ujjayi breathing, which will be very annoying to listen to. I come back through center. From here, inhale, reaching up. And then folding forward any amount. A couple options with the legs here. You can squeeze the knees together a little bit. You can also press the pinky edges of the foot down into the ground. I'm trying to keep both hips down here. All right, from there, come back in, untangle the legs, just go through full boat pose, and then we'll switch it over to the other side. So if you're going to Gomukhasana, you go right knee on top this time. If you're going cross legs, it'll be right shin in front of the left. And this one feels a bit tighter. From here, we'll go right leg out to the right arm out to the side, left arm reaches up and over. Come back through center. And take the twist, left forearm over the right thigh. Right hand walks behind you. Sit up nice and tall. And begin to twist to the right. Lower breaths. We wind down here. Beautiful. Come back through center. Reach those arms up to the sky. And any amount, fold forward. From there, come back up. From here, straighten your legs out in front. We'll face lengthways on our mat. A couple of options now. So either Paschimottanasana, reaching out in front, reaching to somewhere on the legs. Second option will be plow pose. Getting the legs back behind you, pressing the back of the head gently into the ground. Maybe the feet come to the ground. If they don't, if you're sort of up here and you want to still do your plow pose, that's totally fine. Just bend your knees. If you're in this bent knee version, you're just pausing there. Maybe a couple times, look to straighten the legs out a little bit and then bend. And then third option, Paschimottanasana, the plow pose, and rolling back between each of those. Find the option that you like. I'm just going to sit here in plow pose for a few breaths. My head is rolled off the mat. Nice. Take one more breath, whichever option you're taking. Then come back towards Paschimottanasana. Sit up nice and tall. Reach the arms up to the sky. And reach those arms out in front of you. And slowly roll down onto your back. From here, we'll take a happy baby, reach and grab. I like the inside of the feet, but if you prefer the outside, go for it. And keep the pelvis down here a little bit. If it feels good, maybe rolling a little bit side to side. Nice. From there, plant both feet down on the ground. Cross the right. Actually, we'll take a bridge pose while we're here. Take the arms in by your sides, elbows down, fingers facing up towards the sky. Set your feet up for bridge. And just come into a gentle bridge pose. If you have blocks at home, you can place a couple blocks underneath you for support. We won't be here for too long. If you want to pause, you can. With the elbows here, gently pressing them down. Get a little bit more lift in the chest. I'm not going to a full bridge, so I'm not driving those heels down. I'm sort of maybe 70%. Then slowly roll the spine back down. Cross the right thigh over the left so the knees are fairly close towards each other. Shift your hips a little bit to the right and twist to the left. You get a few little pops and crackles, it's all good. And options with the arms, left arm can just be out to the side. Right arm can be out to the side. My preference here with the right arm is to reach it up towards the right back corner of the room. You might get a little bit of opening in the front of the chest and the shoulder. And slower, deeper breaths here, particularly your exhales. Just allowing or trying to allow that back of that right shoulder to soften down, melt down into the ground, towards the ground. From there, come back through center. Cross the legs and switch to the other side. So left leg on top. Shift the hips a little bit to the left. Twist over to the right. And again, I like to reach that left arm this time up towards the back left corner. Any points in the hips or the shoulders that you're holding onto any tension here? Where can you let go a little bit? Come back through center, untangle the legs. Some straighten both legs up towards the sky. Gentle squeeze of the legs towards each other. Arms can be down by your sides. Give yourself a little bit of support. And then nice and slowly lower the legs down towards the ground into Shavasana. All right, from here, I invite you to pause and stay in Shavasana for 2 to 5 minutes or even longer. Maybe I'll sit up. Thank you all for practicing. As always, namaste.